What's up YouTube, this is Bison X79 guys, today I'm coming to you with my latest deck profile video for December 2019. Alright guys, today I'm going to be covering my Mathmech deck. I want to apologize for not being able to bring you this deck a lot sooner. Had issues getting a few of the cards into my possession. They got lost in the mail, and then I had to reorder them with the holidays. That kind of slowed things down even further. But I finally got the whole deck together, and I can tell you this right now. I've been test playing this both in real life and online, and I can tell you right now, this deck is insane. When it first was revealed about what this deck can do, I nearly lost my shit. And we finally got a Cyberse archetype that can actually synchro summon regularly, and it can even wind up OTK'ing your opponent, which is just completely and totally awesome. Alright? The way I built my deck, I kind of turned around and addressed the one issue the deck had, which was kind of recursion in case things goes sideways on you. There are recursion effects on a few of the cards, which does help, but I kind of played up a little bit more the recursion factors just to be able to make a comeback on the following turn. Alright? So without further ado, we're going to get right into the deck. Monsters first, as always. And we're going to do 3 copies of Mathmech Nabla. Nabla is the Darker Tribute Cyberse Tuner monster for this deck. Alright, it has 2 effects. The first effect, you tribute off another Cyberse type monster you have control on the field, and special summon a Cyberse monster right from your deck to the field. Awesome. Pretty easy. Self-explanatory. It also has another effect where basically, if it leaves the field, target a monster you control in your extra monster zone. That monster can make 2 attacks on your opponent's monsters during the turn, which is just awesome. Helps with the OTK factor as well. Alright. Moving forward, we got 3 copies of Mathmech Sigma. Alright, Sigma is the Letter Tribute Cyberse Tuner monster of the deck. Okay, if you do not have a monster in your extra monster zone, you can special summon this guy out from your hand or your graveyard pretty much for free, which is awesome. 2 downsides: it's banished when it leaves the field, and it locks you into summoning only Cyberse monsters for the rest of the turn. But you know what? It really doesn't matter with this deck. The really cool thing about Sigma is that Sigma can actually kind of turn off its ability to be a tuner and treat it as a non-tuner when you're using it as a synchro material, which is just flippin' awesome. Alright. We got 3 copies of Mathmech Multiplication. Multiplication is a pretty awesome card. You can target another level 4 or lower Cyberse monster you control. It becomes a level 8 for the rest of the turn, which just allows you to go into a level 12 synchro with 2 monsters. Alright? When this card leaves the field, you target a monster that's in your extra monster zone, and the attack points are doubled for the rest of the turn. So yeah, all of a sudden now you're starting to see how the Mathmech can just turn around and OTK your opponent. Alright? To help ensure the OTKs, we have cards like Mathmech Division. Alright? Division allows you to tribute a Cyberse monster in your extra monster zone, and then special summon a Cyberse monster from a Mathmech monster from your hand and from your graveyard, which is just awesome. It'll get you 3 level 4s on the field to go into your final Sigma play, and whenever Mathmech Division leaves the field, you can target one of the monsters your opponent controls and half that monster's attacks. Awesome. Excuse me. We have 3 copies of Mathmech Edition. Edition is actually another free summon card. Basically, you target 1 card of the monsters you control, special summon it, and then the monster you target it gains an extra 1,000 attack points. Pretty damn awesome. If you have an extra copy that happens to be in your hand when you have Final Sigma on the field, you can power boost it a little further, which is just great. And of course, to help hurt your opponent, we have 3 copies of Mathmech Attraction. This time, again, you're targeting one of your opponent's monsters, and then special summoning this card, and that the monster on your opponent's field that you target loses 1,000 attack. Alright? So, that's it for the Mathmechs. We do have a few other monsters in there to help support the deck. 3 copies of Balance Lord. Balance Lord is actually a very awesome card in this deck. After you summon onto the field, you can pay 1,000 life points, get an additional summon of a level 4 or lower Cyberse monster from your hand, which is huge. And while this card's in the graveyard, if it's ever banished, you get the special summon a level 4 or lower Cyberse monster from your hand to the field. Alright, that second effect is not wasted in this deck at all. Okay, moving forward, the card you want to be giving to your opponent and hitting with things like Subtraction and Division is going to be Garmasil, the Sea Turtle Kaiju. primarily because it only has 2200 attack. It makes it the easiest kaiju to get over, and basically taking over one of your opponent's problematic monsters and replacing it with this just causes a whole lot of problems. Alright? Now, if your opponent happens to turn around and overextends, Nibiru is pretty much the answer to that. Blast their board with it, give them a token, and then you kaiju off the token with Garmasil, and then from there you just build your field and swing for game. Alright, and that's it for the monster lineup. I know a lot of players, they tend to have things like Ash Blossom, Garmasil, and Nibiru, some sort of combination of all three. In reality, all you really need is just two of those three. And you can mix and match them during 4 different matchups with your side deck. Going forward to your spells, 3 copies of Silent Mining, discard a card, search your deck for another level 4 or lower Cyberse monster. Pretty awesome. Self-explanatory, it needs to be in all cyberspace decks. Foolish Burial helps you get Sigma into your grave, from your deck into your graveyard, so you can special summon it. Alright. 3 copies of Mathmech, Billion Blade, or Naruto. It's an awesome card. Equip it to the monster you have in your extra monster zone, and then basically during damage calculation you can actually send a monster, Mathmech monster, from your deck to your graveyard and power boost the equipped monster by the sent monster's effect. The monster you want to be sending off this card's effect, this could be Division, since it does have the highest attack of all the main deck Mathmech monsters, which is 1500 attack. Alright? Naruto also has a pretty awesome recursion ability. Whenever this card is into the field of the graveyard, you're actually adding a Mathmech card from your deck to your hand, which is actually pretty awesome. Any Mathmech card you need. Alright. I have 1 copy of Mathmech Equation. Equation is essentially the monster reborn for the R-type. Bring the monster back against an additional 1000 attack, which, not bad. I can tell you this right now. I do run a copy of Monster Reborn. Now, a lot of people say, oh, you can up Equation up to 2 copies and drop Monster Reborn. Personally, I like Monster Reborn in this a little bit better, since you are allowed to utilize it and extend into other plays just besides Mathmech's. You can get anything back from either player's graveyard, so that's the reason why I have this over a 2nd copy of Equation. Alright. 2 copies of Pot of Desires. I know I could potentially run 3. I've tested this online multiple times with 3. Did not like it at all. Wound up losing a lot of materials that I needed, and it cost me quite a few games. Playing it at 2, your deck works better with this card at 2. I don't know why, but it just does. 2 it is. And of course, to help with recursion in case things go sideways, 2 copies of Mathmech Superfactorial allows you to bring back multiple Mathmech monsters onto your field, and basically from there you can build into your Xyz monsters and then further your plays and combos for the turn, hopefully being able to get into your final Sigma. Alright? For the extra deck, 2 copies of Geo Mathmech Final Sigma. This is your boss monster, is the OTK machine of the deck. If this card is in the extra monster zone, it's unaffected by any other card effects except for Mathmech's. Alright, if this card is ever destroyed by battle or by card effect while in your possession, you get to search your deck for another Mathmech card to add to your hand, which is pretty awesome. While this card is in the extra monster zone, and any damage it inflicts onto your opponent is doubled. Alright, so you start turning around attacking on things like multiplication, division, and even say Nabla is affected to attack multiple times. You get the idea of how this card can OTK your opponent. Geomathmech Magma is actually pretty cool. This card ever destroys one of your opponent's monsters, you can actually target up to 2 more cards on your opponent's field and destroy them. And like Final Sigma, if this card is ever destroyed by battle or card effect, you get to add a Mathmech card from your deck to your hand. Great generic level 8 monster as well. Moving forward, we got Prima Mathmech. Albertian, basically, Albertian has a pretty awesome effect when it's actually, you can make it with 2 or more level 4 Cyberse monsters. When you Xyz summon it, you detach any number of materials and you get an effect based on the materials. 2 allows you to search your deck for any Mathmech card. 3 allows you to turn around and search your deck for any level 4 monsters. And 4 allows you to search your deck for any spells or traps. Alright, you could also tribute it off to special summon a Mathmech monster from your hand or the graveyard to the field, which is actually pretty cool. Alright. Laplacian is actually an awesome card. It's a great defensive card. Again, 3 level 4 Cyberus monsters can make it, and then from there, basically detaching any materials from it gets you different effects. If you detach all 3, you get all 3 effects. The effects are basically send a card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard, send 1 monster from their field to the graveyard, or send a spell trap from the field to the graveyard. Alright. Link Karibo, self-explanatory, tributed off bottom of one of your opponent's monster's attack, which is actually pretty damn handy. Link Disciple and Link Devotee, these are actually very good in the combo string. They can help build up a Link board in case you get forced to go first. This helps you get extra drawers and extra monsters on the field and build your field up, which is actually pretty useful. Cyberus Wicked, an amazing card. Nothing this card points to can be destroyed by card effects, and itself can be destroyed by battle or card effects, which is actually awesome. If you special summon anything to the zones it points to, you get to banish a card from your graveyard, and then you can special summon a monster from your hand, which is in addition with Balance of Lord, you get multiple cards in the field, so you can see what you're going to be doing with the plays of Wicked. MP Masquerena, awesome Cyberus monster, can basically make any Link monster it makes immune to being destroyed by card effects. Transcotarker helps you basically get a slow rated Link monster back onto the field to build into something bigger. And of course, the big guy you want to be running is going to be Avermax. This forces your opponent to attack it. It powers itself up by the attack of your opponent's monsters, and if it ever leaves the field, it bounces one of your opponent's monsters off the field, which is just huge. Alright guys, that is it for this deck profile and the last video of the year since December 31st at the time of recording. Guys, I enjoy making these videos for you this year. Guys, I can't wait for next year. Next year is going to be completely and totally hype and crazy for the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! I personally can't wait. As always, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this on my channel, make sure to subscribe, enable notifications so you don't miss a single upload. Check out the description boxes below. Find it, invite link to my Discord server. Join the conversation, we'll love to have you. Follow me on Twitter. And if you want to help support the channel, utilize the TCG affiliate link down in the description box below when you shop on TCG Player. It does help me out in the long run. Alright guys, until next year guys, peace.